Welcome back to Track and Road Developments. Tonight I'll be replacing the steering rack on my Corsa. This is my Corsa B track car, fitted with a Saab B204 engine. Stage 3 tuned, about 280 brake horsepower at the flywheel, but that's yet to be proven. I want to get it on a dyno sometime soon, so there'll most likely be a video of that. Balance shaft delete kits, had a head gasket recently, bottom end rebuild. It's still running the standard turbo for this engine, the T25. It's stripped out. The OMPTRS bucket seats, 3-inch Sparco harnesses mounted on the rear cage. Mostly stripped out in here. I've got the track car door cards with the carbon effect, partially flocked dash, custom center console. It's not fancy, but it does its job. It's got a 6-point cage, which I've built and fitted with a harness bar attached. In the polycarbonate windows in the back, as mentioned before, you get a better view of the roll cage from here. I've got a fuel cell running a swell pot just next to it, battery in the boot. I'm running a AEM 380 litre an hour fuel pump and a Facet Gold fuel pump to fill up the swell pot. Custom rear diffuser, white line anti-rear roll bar, centre exit exhaust. I got rid of the spare wheel well, so obviously didn't need that. NS2R tyres, Compo Mo 5 wheels. I've got the Corsa C discs on the back. It's a little conversion for these. They literally just bolt straight on. On the front, I've got it's from a Renault Clio 182 front splitter, which I've just shaped to fit mine. There's a few other little bits and bobs on it. I'll go through it as I work through the car. You'll most likely see it on the video anyway, so I'll crack on. Well, it weren't easy. Due to this car, I'm not supposed to have this engine or the gearbox in it. They're both pretty bulky. It weren't easy to get that out, not at all. It was a tight squeeze. I got the new one sitting just in front of it with the new solid rack mounts and the rose jointed track rod ends. I need to whip that off. This one, you see the bolt is not tapered at all. So using this fat drill piece, I've got I'll come up here. I've got to drill out these holes in the hub because at the moment they're tapered to take the old track rod ends. So I've got to drill those out nice and carefully, make sure the new bolts fit, and take it from there. Now the reason for me replacing this rack is there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just a standard Corsa B manual rack, but the one I have bought and about to fit is a Corsa B EPAS rack from the electric power steering one with the electric column rather than a conventional pump. This one has a turn ratio of 2.7 turns lock to lock, whereas the old one, I think it's something like 3.8 turns lock to lock. It's something ridiculous like that. So you may have seen in a couple of my previous videos on track where I'm throwing my arms around trying to keep control of the car. Just turning the steering wheel way too much to get into corners and correcting out of corners, during corners, whatever. Now, this new rack should help me a lot with handling, coupled with the rose jointed track rod ends and the solid rack mounts. It should tie it all together and make it so much more solid and predictable. Hopefully I'll see the difference straight away. I'm pretty sure I will. I've been told that it just changes the car entirely. Yeah, that's my reasonings. It hasn't failed at all. the old rack, it's done me quite well, but time to upgrade. So the rack's going in. I noticed when I took the old mount off, it was only held in by these little nuts, and I'm not comfortable with my rack being held in by just nuts on those little studs there. So to upgrade, gonna be popping washers on. And some nylock nuts, just for the extra security, I guess, peace of mind. It might not make a difference in the long run, but it just gives me peace of mind that my rack isn't just going to fall off halfway around the track. So this is the next bit I've not really been looking forward to. This hole in the hub where the track rod end sits in, I've got to drill it out. The original track rod end, as you can see, has a tapered insert, and it matches the hole in the hub here. That is tapered also. But for my new rose jointed track rod ends to fit, as you can see, it's a straight bolt. So I've got this monstrous draw bit I've got to buzz through there with. Yeah, hopefully I'll get it nice and straight and the right size. We'll see afterwards. Oh, that's all buzzed out. It went alright actually. I was expecting it to be a bit of a pain, but it's a moment of truth for the new bolt. Beautiful. Perfect. So, the finished product, I guess, of the rose jointed track rod ends. Obviously the spacer at the bottom of the topper to allow it to rock side to side when you're driving along, cornering, whatever. Yeah, the rack's in. That's nice and tidy. I'll see if I can get a good shot of that from down here. There he is. Part of the shot, the rest of it disappears over there. Yeah, the rack mounts and all sorts are on, and just got to tighten it up at the column. So, first drive out with the new rack. I don't know how well you can hear me with this fuel pump buzzing behind me. It feels amazing. It feels 10 times better. It's so responsive. There's no give in anything, so it's just direct. Unfortunately, it's a bit damp out, so I can't really throw it around too much, because as we all know, NS2Rs aren't very good in the wet. But I can tell a difference straight away. I can't wait to get this on the track. So the next time I'm tracking is Nürburgring, so that'll be the real test. But yeah, it just feels so much better. Like the other day, before I brought the rack, I took it out for a drive, and it just felt soapy. It didn't feel very responsive. Just felt really vague, and I don't know why all of a sudden it just felt different. But that's what prompted me to get this steering rack and just say sod it, just go for it. But yeah, I can't explain the difference. It's just, it feels like a different car. It feels solid. Sitting still is a bit harder to turn because I don't have power steering. It's a manual rack. But when you're moving, you can't really tell. I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it.